And this is in regard to sensible living with money, Mom, and what keeps people in debt. Failure to plan. There's this thing, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that's very, very true, because it's like this. If you're not bothering to, if you don't do the things you need to do, then you're going to just be broke. Also, impulse spending. You see all these things right at the register at every store in the world, and you're like, oh, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. You're all about the instant gratification, and you're all want, and you don't factor in need. And you're living way beyond your means. Like, you got Crystal taste, but you got a barely can afford tap water budget. It's like, bitch, no. You cannot do that. You can't. I'm sorry. There's no reason in the universe why you can afford $700-800 Beats by Dre headphones, $200-300 Jordans, the latest True Religion jeans, five-fold shirt, the name brand, this, that, and the third, but beyond the broke-ass bitch budget when it comes to paying your rent and your bills and buying food. That's unnecessary. If you got money to spend at the casinos or getting drunk or doing drugs or doing stupid ass shit like that, then you could take that same exact money that you would have spent on crack at $20 or more per rock, put that towards your bills or your food or things that you need. You don't want to do that? Well, then that's your deal. I can understand that. As far as, people that say, oh, I'm cheap. Yeah, you're cheap. There is a world of difference between being cheap and being frugal. I did a video on this. Lydia Sen did a video on this. Cheap means you don't give a fuck about quality. All you want is the lowest possible cost, regardless of how crappy a quality it is. So you're paying more and more to, fix what should have been done right the first time, or you're constantly having to replace things. Like, we had a former neighbor. He would buy a Mr. Coffee for his wife from this one, antique store, $2, $3, $5, and 5-6 times a day, every single day, because he said that's cheaper than buying one for $20. No, it isn't. Think about it. You're spending $5 6 times a day. That's $30 every single day for a coffee maker that doesn't work, versus taking $20, going to Walgreens and buying a brand new coffee pot. What's cheaper? $30 every single day, or $20 one and done. What's cheaper? Another thing that irritates the hell out of me is people that are careless and negligent with their belongings. They treat them any kind of way. They don't take care of them. They don't maintain them. And wonder why their shit don't work. How is your game console going to work properly when you're dumping vodka and soda directly onto the unit? How is it going to work? Duh. I swear to God, people are just stupid as hell. Another thing you gotta watch for if you're a renter, before you move anywhere, if you're gonna move somewhere, I would take a phone with a video like this and videotape the whole apartment and have someone go with you, take, still photos. This way, you do that when you do the walkthrough, you do that when you get the keys, and you do that when you move in, and you do that before you leave. This way, if there's any damages, you can verify that it was there when you moved in, and the powers that be were made aware of it. Excuse me. Another thing, too, is in some situations, it may be necessary for the health department and building inspector to do a walkthrough of any building you're thinking about moving to just to be on the safe side, because you don't want to end up in a situation like my husband and I were at our old place, where we didn't know how bad the situation was until I almost died. I have life-threatening asthma, like really, really bad asthma. It's been a lifelong thing. But because my former apartment building was not properly maintained with the pipes and all that, the pipes caused toxic black mold to form on the walls and on the windowsills and around the doors, and all that was all over the place, and it was truly horrible because I had to go through the room that had hella mold to use the bathroom. We had to cut through the bedroom to use the bathroom, and it was a problem because every time I tried to do that, I'd end up breathing in mold spores, and boom, asthma every damn time. So, to be on the safe side, you may want to do that. Also, if you're going to buy a used car, have someone that's like a mechanic check it out before you pay a single cent on it. Do that even at the dealership. Have a private mechanic check it out, because, honey, if you don't, you're buying a lemon, and there's some people that'll say that you did it. So, err on the side of caution. Have any purchase thoroughly checked out. Also, in regard to people going garbage in, you have to be very, very careful about that, because sometimes people throw stuff out because it has fleas, ants, bed bugs, ticks, what have you, and you don't know this until you bring it into your home, and boom, you got an infestation going on. And I can tell you, based on past experience, bed bugs are a nightmare to get rid of.